Good, happy Monday morning, November 18, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this morning, so let's begin. First up, we begin with a weather watch right now from the WMUR News 9 weather team. WMUR News 9 meteorologist Eric is saying light icing for Monday. Your weather right now is overcast, 32 degrees, and there are 2 weather alerts. For a full weather forecast, you can just go to WMUR.com and click on weather to get a full weather forecast from the WMUR News 9 weather team. Now let's get to your news. First up, 4-month-old baby, father found dead in Hillsborough. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
November is cab month at your My Hidra tractor dealer. Get special cab savings.
Well, Mike, just a very sad update to an already difficult day here in Hillsborough. The Attorney General's office confirming to News 9 that a 4-month-old girl and her father were found dead inside this apartment here behind me. Now, this is still very much an active and ongoing investigation. You can see the New Hampshire State Police Major Crime Unit along with Hillsborough Police are here right now. We've seen investigators coming in and out of this building all evening long as they work to figure out just what exactly happened here today. Now, officials say Hillsborough Police responded to 45 Bridge Street, apartment number 1, earlier this morning. When they arrived, officers found 4-month-old Mackenzie Deuce and her father, 39-year-old Miles Deuce, dead inside the apartment. Officials say at this time it appears that all involved parties have been identified and there is no threat to the public. However, very few details are being released about these deaths. Autopsies have been scheduled for tomorrow. Neighbors we spoke with say they didn't notice anything out of the ordinary at the apartment building. The sight of police catching them by surprise. They're hoping the investigation will provide more answers as it continues.
I was in the living room, and then my wife came downstairs, and she went outside. She goes, "You didn't see anything? You didn't see the rescue squad and all that over there?" I go, "No, I didn't even hear anything or know anything was over there."
My kids have friends in that building, so knowing that there's suspicious deaths makes it really, really uncomfortable, really scary.
And again, a 4-month-old girl and her father have been found dead here in Hillsborough. The Attorney General's office is expected to release more information once those autopsies are complete. Reporting live in Hillsborough, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Wanted Hudson man arrested in Massachusetts. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how we maximize.
We have an update now to a breaking story that we've been following tonight. The search is over for a man considered armed and dangerous. Police say this man, 45-year-old Michael Pellerin, was arrested just over the border in Tyngsboro, Massachusetts. He was accused of breaking into the Hudson, New Hampshire home of his estranged wife, despite a restraining order to stay away from her. Police say Pellerin forced his way into the home on Greenfield Drive this afternoon, and a gun in the home was taken.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Officials investigate cause of Concord house fire. Let's take a look at this video from WR News 9.
November is cab month at your My Hidden Retractor dealer. Get special cabs.
Now, an investigation is underway into what caused this house fire in Concord. The fire started in a basement on Dwinnell Drive this morning. Crews were able to get the fire under control quickly. 3 people were home at the time, but all made it out okay. It's not clear if they were able to immediately return home.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Improper disposal of cigarettes blamed for dairy apartment fire. 2 residents displaced. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
Nature isn't the only force that can leave its mark, especially when you have a tractor built to help make your property your own.
People were forced out of their dairy apartment after a fire there this morning. Firefighters were called to the building on East Broadway just before 9:30. One apartment was badly damaged. Several others sustained minor smoke damage. Those tenants were allowed to return home. A firefighter was treated on scene after slipping and falling. The cause of that fire is still under investigation tonight.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hundreds of firefighters attended wake for a fallen Worcester Fire Lieutenant Jason Moran. Let's take a listen to that video from WCVB Boston.
Divorce is a new beginning that can be handled with dignity for men and women. At Cervisi & Associates, we focus exclusively on family law. You have choices. Let our team be your advocate during this difficult time. Learn more at cervisilaw.com.
Any firefighter fatality, it changes you, it changes your life, no matter who you are.
Firefighters started lining up hours before the wake of Lieutenant Jason Menard was scheduled to begin. They were standing at attention as the fallen firefighter's family arrived at the funeral home. Then, members of the Worcester Fire, EMS, and police departments filed in 2 by 2.
We'll have members throughout the funeral home, throughout the entire wake service, standing post. We will do a ceremonial walkthrough and greeting of the family at the end of the service tonight.
Firefighters from near and far stood in the cold for hours to pay their respects. But it was a small sacrifice in contrast to the actions of a hero like Lieutenant Menard, who sacrificed his life to save the lives of his men, including firefighter Chris Pace, who remains in the hospital.
His condition is stable. He does have a long road to recovery.
The Worcester Fire Department, which has endured so much loss over the years, is now once again grieving. Today, the fire chief explained how the department helps its men and women emotionally long after the official period of mourning is over.
We have excellent program that we have up and running now to take care of our members mentally. So hopefully we'll all get through it.
And there you see Ladder 5 with its emergency lights activated. That's the truck that Lieutenant Menard was assigned to. The wake is scheduled to go until 7 o'clock tonight. The funeral begins at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. By the way, Mutual Aid will be protecting the city tomorrow, which means that all members of the Worcester Fire Department will be able to attend the funeral. Reporting live here in Worcester, Todd Kaskiewicz, WCVB News Center 5.
Thank you, Todd. And tomorrow, WCVB will bring you live coverage of Lieutenant Menard's funeral on air and online. We'll also stream it live on our app beginning at 10:30 a.m.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we will be sure to share a link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page of that funeral when it begins. U.S. futures point to a higher open. U.S. stock index were higher Monday morning. The House set to begin 2 weeks of impeachment inquiry hearings. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
And we begin with President Trump lashing out at another impeachment witness as the hearings enter a second week. Jennifer Williams, an aide to the vice president, listened in on that call with the president of Ukraine. She testified behind closed doors that she found the call to be, quote, unusual and inappropriate, and that she heard one topic come up that wasn't on the official transcript of the call, Burisma, the Ukrainian company where Hunter Biden worked. In an angry tweet, the president calling Williams a, quote, never Trumper, and it comes ahead of 3 days of hearings, 8 more witnesses about to testify. The first of them, Jennifer Williams herself. ABC's David Wright leads us off tonight from the White House.
Tonight, President Trump blasted another witness in the impeachment inquiry. Tell Jennifer Williams, whoever that is, to read both transcripts of the presidential calls. She should meet with the other never-Trumpers who I don't know and mostly never even heard of and work out a better presidential attack. Williams is a staff member for Vice President Mike Pence. She was on the July 25th phone call in which Trump asked Ukraine to investigate his political rivals. She testified behind closed doors that she found the mention of investigations unusual and inappropriate. Quote, I found the specific references to be more specific to the president in nature, to his personal political agenda, as opposed to a broader foreign policy objective of the United States. She's also the second witness to note a name that came up on the call, Burisma. That's the Ukrainian energy company where Hunter Biden served on the board, while his father, Vice President Joe Biden, was in charge of the Obama administration's Ukraine policy.
All that matters is one thing, the transcript. And the transcript is perfect.
But the transcript released by the White House omits any mention at all of Burisma. Trump's tweet comes days after he attacked former Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch while she was testifying.
Well, I want to let you know, Ambassador, that some of us here take witness intimidation very, very seriously.
The words of the president weigh a ton. I think part of it is his own insecurity as an imposter. I think he knows full well that he's in that office way over his head.
She used the word imposter. I'm talking about the President of the United States, who 63 million people voted for.
But Speaker Nancy Pelosi told CBS the president will have every opportunity to present his case.
And if he has information that is exculpatory, that means X, taking away blame, then we look forward to seeing it.
And David Wright joins us now live from the White House. David, Vice President Mike Pence's aide, Jennifer Williams, is scheduled to testify publicly on Tuesday. She's one of 8 witnesses in this second week of hearings, but all eyes will be on EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland.
That's right, Tom. He's due to appear on Wednesday after several witnesses put him at the center of what's been described as a shadow foreign policy in Ukraine, serving the president's interests. They've also described him as taking orders directly from the president himself. Sondland's already been back once to revise his testimony, so he's going to have some explaining to do. Tom?
David Wright leading us off tonight from the White House. Hi, everyone.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday morning, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.